Hello, fellow YouTubers. This is John Storm. It's Wednesday the 22nd. I'm on the Strip in downtown Las Vegas, actually in front of the Stratosphere, or now called the Strat. Presently isn't open yet, but I have a reading on my EMF meter. All right, I'm standing near. Try to see if we can see it down here. This, you got right up in this area. I'm trying to bring it up close where it can be seen. If you notice that the lights are kind of flashing. Whoops. Now it's kind of gone down. It was lighting them all up across the board, but not pinning it. It was flickering still. I'm taking readings as I go, as I've been walking up the Strip. You can see it's pretty much next to nothing. This is the Las Vegas Strip. Next to nothing going on, all shut down though. I believe we're looking at maybe it all coming back up again in the next couple weeks, by the end of the month. I've been testing. We got a 5G right over my shoulder back here. Yeah, you see it right above my finger there. Coming from it, we do have a signal. All right, but the signal is always stronger if you're directly in line with one of those antennas. That thing can set this thing off. Right now I'm seeing it flicker all the way up to the red. But see, we're not directly in line with one of those. Now, if we had a room at this hotel that was directly in line with one of those, you're going to cook some major cells before your stay is over, living under one of these. Now see, if I come up to this right now, what I'm looking at, I hope you can see it. We're about the middle. We're about the yellow area, and we're standing probably 100 yards, maybe, not quite, away from the device itself. What I'm looking for is danger signs. If I see that yellow pinned, it's almost kind of pinned, or the red pinned, I would say take that thing down now. Don't ask, take it down. If you live in its path, take it down. It's hurting you. If I can get a reading like that. Now, right now, I would call this negligible because it is still kind of flickering between. It's not giving us a steady reading as it does when, remember, I did the microwave experiment. If it was like that, I wouldn't stand in front of that microwave. You know you're cooking something. When you can get a reading on the meter for it, you're cooking something. Cells are being damaged, ruptured, and all kinds of stuff. If there was ever a good candidate for giving you cancer, well, that's why the Russians never allowed microwaves. I mean, they're kind of banned. It's not like, because it's a health hazard. Me, I say don't stand in front of it. Stand about 10 feet away from it, and never directly in front of it, or directly in front of the back. I can take readings from both ends, and it'll pin the meter. All right, that means that's just not good to stand in at all, whether you feel it or not. And that's kind of what I'm looking for here. Now here, I got a little, like I'm on the second light is starting to come on, but the electronics and the Wi-Fi from the hotels and some of the electronic signs around here will also give an EMF on this meter as well. Again, it's just so weird to see these skies. Wow, there's a plane up there. One. Usually you can't look up without being able to count 6 or 7. You know, every day there was flights in from China. You know, the whole time, you know, everybody's talking about the Wuhan virus. Well, we got it here as fast as it came out there. You know, people from Wuhan hop on a plane to come to Las Vegas, man. They're here, you know, the next day. So if it broke out in Wuhan on Wednesday, it was in Vegas by Thursday. And then you got people from Southern Cal, Los Angeles and that come visit here every weekend, and you know, they brought it back. Now you got readings, what they call accurate readings now, because they're testing in different ways, and finding that 4% of the people that they tested in that LA clinic already had the coronavirus antibodies. In other words, they'd caught it somewhere in the past few months. I'd say about November or December. Because there are, like I say, a whole busloads of Chinese. Not that I'm complaining about that in any way, shape, or form. You know, this town is made for tourists, more so than it's made for me. I don't really gamble to speak of. I don't have these vices, and I don't cultivate them. I do like that the town is as interesting as it is. The architecture and all that kind of stuff is eye-grabbing and that interesting, stimulating. But I haven't got much use for all of this. Put me in the woods, and I'm, you know, the deeper in the woods I am, the happier I am. Still downtown. I'm getting up to Walgreens. This is my excuse for being out of lockdown. I'm going to the pharmacy. I don't have anything in particular I really got to get, but I'll get something. Or maybe I'll just turn around and go home and say they didn't have what I wanted. Yeah, because I don't really feel like spending any money here. Well, I am going to turn this about, go home. I'll check more EMF on the way home, but I'm not seeing a bathing of the 5G so much. There's some near the towers. It's negligible. I still wouldn't want it on me 24/7, but if I saw, you know, even it pinned up, you know, just get up to that yellow part and just stay there, I'd say that's dangerous enough. Take it down. But that's not exactly what I'm seeing. So I'm being honest with you. What I see, you know, people will say this, that, or the other thing. They might be right. But so far what I'm seeing, testing here. Now I have tested towers up in North Las Vegas that would pin this meter. And that is something to worry about. I've even seen the effects of it on the neighborhoods that the antennas were pointing directly into. The incidence of domestic violence and all that went up drastically. And right in the path, if you made a map and you picked it out, it was right in the path of the 5G antenna, the microwave antenna, the emitter. Ironically, the safest place to stand when I was taking my meter readings was directly underneath. The one that I was looking at was built on a place called Fabulous Freddy's, and the meter readings in Fabulous Freddy's were reasonable for just the amount of electric signs they had. But next to nothing about the emitter standing directly above and behind the building itself. So I wouldn't worry too much about the safety of the children in those schools, but everybody who lives around them in direct line of those emitters has got a problem. And this is John Storm, and I'm signing out for now, and I hope to catch up with you guys later.